The ATF recently issued a rule targeting stabilizing braces, popular accessories for pistols. For years, these braces were legal, but the ATF now classifies most braced pistols as short-barreled rifles, or SBRs, which are tightly regulated under the National Firearms Act. A pistol brace is designed to help stabilize large pistols, especially for those with disabilities, and millions have been sold. The new rule says attaching a brace turns a pistol into an SBR because the ATF believes people are shouldering them like rifles. Owners were forced to either register their firearms as SBRs, remove or destroy the brace, surrender the firearm, or install a longer barrel. Missing the May 2023 deadline could mean felony charges, sparking widespread legal opposition. The Biden administration argued the rule was needed for public safety, citing a few mass shootings involving braced pistols. Gun rights advocates countered that the ATF was overstepping, creating new law without Congress. Lawsuits quickly followed, setting up a major legal battle over gun rights and government authority. The stage was set for a showdown in the courts. The first major legal challenge came from the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. In May 2023, just before the rule's deadline, the court issued a preliminary injunction, temporarily blocking enforcement for the plaintiffs. The case, led by the Firearms Policy Coalition and Maxim Defense, signaled the courts were taking the issue seriously. However, the injunction only protected members of those groups, leaving millions of other owners in legal limbo. Other organizations, like Gun Owners of America, soon won similar protections for their members. This patchwork of rulings created confusion. Your rights depended on which group you joined. The ATF offered little guidance, and most gun owners remained at risk. The Fifth Circuit's skepticism centered on whether the ATF overstepped its authority and violated the Administrative Procedure Act. The court's actions sent a message. The government's case was far from certain. The legal fight was just beginning, with broader rulings on the horizon. The Eighth Circuit joined the fray in August 2024, granting an injunction in a lawsuit led by 27 states. This expanded protection to millions more, showing opposition to the rule was widespread. The court criticized the ATF's vague, confusing standards for defining SBRs, arguing ordinary citizens couldn't know if they were breaking the law. Attempts by the ATF to clarify the rule only made things worse, violating due process. The injunction was temporary, but it added momentum to the legal opposition. Gun owners in other states were still left in uncertainty. With two federal appellate courts pushing back, the ATF's rule looked increasingly unstable. The turning point came in November 2023, when a federal judge in Texas issued a nationwide injunction. This order blocked the ATF's rule everywhere, protecting all pistol brace owners. Judge Kaczmarek found the ATF violated the Administrative Procedure Act by making major changes to the rule after public comments closed. The public never had a fair chance to weigh in, undermining the rule's legitimacy. The lawsuit, brought by the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty on behalf of military veterans, argued the rule would cause irreparable harm. The judge agreed, noting the financial and legal risks to gun owners and businesses. The nationwide injunction put the rule on hold while appeals continue. For now, owning, buying, and selling pistol braces is legal across the country. The case underscored that federal agencies must follow proper procedures. Legal challenges focused on the ATF's violation of the Administrative Procedure Act. Plaintiffs argued the rule was arbitrary, reversing a decade of guidance without clear reasoning. They claimed the ATF was acting as a lawmaker, not an enforcement agency, by redefining rifles and creating new felonies. Judge Kaczmarek's ruling emphasized that agencies can't bypass Congress to make new laws. The Second Amendment was central. Opponents said the rule burdened lawful gun owners' rights. The courts agreed the rule risked felony charges and loss of rights, justifying the injunction. The ATF's confusing point system for classifying SBRs was also criticized as vague and subjective. Courts found this lack of clarity violated due process, since people couldn't know if they were compliant. The legal consensus laws must be clear, and agencies must follow the rules. The ATF's rule put up to 40 million pistol brace owners in a bind: register, destroy, or surrender their property, or risk felony charges. The sudden change caused confusion, stress, and anger among law-abiding gun owners. For the firearms industry, The rule threatened financial ruin, as braced pistols became unsellable without NFA paperwork. Preliminary injunctions allowed businesses to keep operating, but uncertainty made planning impossible. Early court orders created a confusing patchwork of protection, dividing gun owners into those covered and those at risk. The nationwide injunction finally brought clarity, protecting all owners for now. Still, the protection is temporary, and the industry remains in limbo. Many hesitate to buy or sell braced firearms, fearing the rule's return. The chilling effect impacts both Second Amendment rights and the gun industry's health. The community remains vigilant, awaiting a final resolution. Despite the nationwide injunction, the legal battle isn't over. The Department of Justice is appealing, and the case could reach the Supreme Court. The outcome may hinge on future court rulings and political changes in the White House. A new administration could drop the rule, or the current one could keep fighting. The final decision will shape gun rights and agency power for years to come. If the rule is struck down, it will limit agencies' ability to rewrite laws. If upheld, it could open the door to more aggressive regulations. For now, pistol braces remain legal, but the future is uncertain.